Hello everyone, welcome back. I think this is episode 5. No, 3. This is 4. What a great start. What an excellent start. Anyway, this is our tribe. This is where we left it last time. I can't even remember what we talked about last time. But I'm going to go over a few things. One of them is to be sure you can actually get water where you are playing. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to do I'm just quickly going to show people. Yeah. So you see the now white middle? You see the white middle? That is exactly where you land. And the white square around it, that is the area you can migrate. So if you want water, if you migrate here, do you see the black square and the black cross? That is where you will land. That means you will have to migrate a lot or far away to get water. If you want water exactly where you land, get the black cross on water. This is where you must land. I'll also show you how you can find the start of a merging river. Let's go here. You can see here we're putting it where 1, 2, 3 rivers are meeting. What we want is the black cross exactly on the water. Let's just go have a quick look. I'm going to show you guys how you park in your regional map. This is the regional map. And this one will show you where you can go. This is the square will be the local map. And that is the map you can play with your tribe when you're landed. So what we see here are stupid trees in the way. Okay, you can see it a bit here. So people tend to think that, okay, this is where they meet. No, it isn't. This is where they start to merge. What you want is when they're all together. So you want to go down to where you see that one river stops and becomes one. So we're going to go a little bit further down and then we're going to see where we land. It should be right around where they actually become one, all three. It can take a bit of getting used to aim precisely, but this is why you can start over and over again as you see fit. You don't have to try many times before you actually get it. Come on, don't be so slow. I also had a few questions that I should talk about today, answer. Some of them actually about me, which is a little bit more boring, to be honest. Right, so what we are now is right here. So this is exactly where they are now. 1. This is where we want it to be. Yeah? Many people choose to plonk their butts down here because this is quite cool. You have river on all sides. Literally. Yeah? So let's go quickly over again. The black square you see is the entirety of the area you can migrate at any point. The black cross in the middle is exactly where you will land. Let's do a bit. Let me see here as well. It's a river that. Oh, here's one that becomes 3. I'm going to show you as well here. This one is a bit tricky actually. So you can see now we're going to land straight by the water because the black cross inside the square is on blue. It's on blue and blue here is water. So let's just quickly go have a look again. See, here is water. And this is your regional map. If you go here, you won't get water. You will only get forest. If you go here, you will land straight on water. So here, 1, 2, what we want to do here is go a little bit here. Then we are literally landing straight on the river. Let's have a look and see where we go. This one can be a bit tricky because it's a bit prolonged before they are actually one. So we could be a little bit higher up and then we need to move a little bit down to be at the full one river where they all merged. All, like there's so many. It looks like 3, but you know it's one that goes all the way and one other that comes in, infringes on it. Let's have a look. And sometimes the black lasts for like several seconds before it becomes white. Here we are, right here. See? And this is how you find water. And this is how you land where you want to land. A lot of people enjoy playing on these crossings. I do too, but I want mountains as well. If there's no mountain, then I move on. Okay, so that was what I was going to show you. And now we need to go back to where we left off last time. Oh, I don't have any music on the menu, but there you go. So that was how you get water. Yeah? Nothing more mysterious about it. Why do I have so many idle? Because I don't have any tasks for them. Let's see if we can do something about that. What are we lacking? We are lacking houses. What is the best we can make? Let's have a look. I can't remember. The best we can make is actually the stone pit hut. So we are going to take those who are idle. You can see the bowl is red. That means they are idle because you have given them too few tasks. They are basically able-bodied people sitting on that tush all day. They don't have to do that. So let's find work for them. So what we are going to do is, those are 300, they are maxed. What are you guys? You guys are going to get more people. I'm going to give you 10. There are still idols. There is, let's do this then. Ta-da! No more idols. Yeah, we can easily put that up to 600. That means that we will get 4 in one row. But we don't need 4 in one row because we only have one group that is allowed to do that work, because we want to increase and improve. Oh, it's already on working on it. We want to increase and improve our architecture. And why is that one not being done by these? We'll have more of them. There's not. Okay, this one should be repaired as well by architecture group. Remember, you also get skills when you are repairing and dismantling. Not as much as when you're building, but definitely you're getting skills, 100%. What do you need? You need ropes. Do we have ropes? We do. We have tons of rope, because what I like to do, you don't have to do this. This is just how I do it. Doesn't mean that you must do it or we will all die a horrible death. I place a lot of the items on free, very little limit. Like these two, they have no limit. That means they will forever improve and progress and learn woodworking skills. Yeah, because that's what the fine sticks do. And then I normally also have one that will continuously learn weaving, and then another one normally on the wooden spears, that is toolsmithing. But I have 4 with limits though, but you can see the limit is really high. 4 with limits, so they can do toolsmithing. The thing that we need to remember as well, when we have a lot of idols, when you see regularly we get idols and we basically have everything we need, is to be extra vigilant and strict on the migrants. If you don't need them and they don't provide anything to your tribe, just don't take them. Let's see what these guys got. He has increase in leatherworking. Okay, that's her, by the way. She doesn't have any bad grades really. She has a bit, she's a bit unfriendly. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? What is unfriendly for some could be completely okay for others. So I'm not sure I agree with that, but there you go. He is a bit dumb in a few ends, and he does not have anything that will enhance the tribe. He has increase in architecture. Absolutely. So he's got 8% increase. We have to take them seriously. And this guy also has increase in not only architecture as well, but also fishing. So we are going to take these and look at now. Now we can make straw huts and reed huts. And here's a little trick for you guys. If you feel that you have way too many births, way too many, too high growth, don't give them all the best you have. Also let them eat some unliked food. If you have 100%, you will have high birth rate and you will have very high immigration groups coming, high amount. The frequency is increased already, just to make sure that you can cherry pick those that has good grades, or cherry pick those that have good knowledges and good grades. That's what I do. When I want to control my population, I make sure that I do not overpopulate by just taking all the migrants. I cherry pick. Do you have really good grades and you are actually contributing to the tribe? Then you can come. If you have bad grades and you don't really contribute, nah, then you move on, go to next tribe. We don't want you. Right. So, okay, those guys are done already. So you can see homeless people are 33 and it's red. Red means that they are really annoyed with you. You know, before, you know, you can land and have no houses showing. That doesn't mean that everyone has housing. It just means that they are annoyed. Or it just means that they're not annoyed yet because they don't have any housing. And then it will become blue after a few sleeps, after some sleeps. In beginners, 8 to 10 sleeps maybe. That's a while, like a year or so. Then you will see that it becomes blue. And if you still don't have enough housing for everyone, after another small year or so, it will become yellow. And now it is red. But I can't really contest that because we are year 7 and I still don't have housing for everyone. This is the beginner's complacency that I suffer from every time. Every time I play like nothing matters. It's really annoying that I can't sharpen up a bit. I'm not exactly teaching you how you should do things when I'm so slow with getting up housing myself. But it is the usual with me. Do as I say, not as I do. Right, moving on. Let's get more houses down. We can get a few of these. But what we're also going to do is to put the ones we gave 600 to, put them down to 300 again. We don't need that. We are instead going to ask them to do read, because we want some read as well. You guys are going to get 300 read, and those who came will obviously be out of work, so I'm going to put up this one to 20. You guys are okay. I don't really need you guys. What I'm going to do, don't tell the devs that I do this, because they will be thinking, this is not playing as intended, Lily. I know, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm going to farm these two. Oh, I've already farmed them. Okay, then. I've already taken all that was here. Never mind. Then you can be support group. You can help the hunters and get stuff. Then we're going to do that. Support groups, I always have one below, because then they are the next last to get people, and the last ones to get people will be the free workers group. There you go. You can also see, if you don't want your free workers to work, you can just check out your idle. You will also see how many people don't have a task there. So you can do that as well. You don't have to have a free workers group. So the idea to a free workers group came originally from the devs, because I asked already in 2021 if we could have a sort of straggler group classification. But then he said, well, just put priority on lowest, and you have a straggler group. And of course, he was right. And yeah, that's something I use ever since. And that's been a few years. Yeah, so I got a really odd question. Someone asked me, how did you become a tester? I need to clarify immediately. I am not a tester. I'm just testing for these guys because they asked me to stay on their server and test their stuff. Initially, it was I started playing in April of 2021. I was basically fleeing from a tragedy in my life, and I needed something to think about, something to do extra apart from what I was already doing. And yeah, and these games have always interested me. So I don't know, I feel like I'm a bit of a bug magnet. So I found a lot of bugs. I found bad gameplay. Yeah, and I started to report them. And I reported a lot and gave full reports about what I liked, what I didn't like, where they could improve. And it also helps if you have a little bit of education within archaeology, history, and or interest within the same era. areas. And of course I have both. So yeah, that kind of showed through in how I talked, I guess. And so I was invited by them to join their server, their development server. Initially I was just going to stay there for one patch. And when the patch was released, after I had actually tested it and given my feedback, they said I could stay. And I've stayed ever since. Now they can't get rid of me. We have other testers, but their activity is a bit up and down. So yeah, the reliable one has kind of always been me, because I really like the game and I really like the work I do for them with them. It's actually quite fulfilling. I just wish they were a bit more social, because they are nerds, geeks. They don't talk. You know, there's nobody to talk to. It's very lonely. Let me see, what kind of storage do we have? So yeah, I'm not a tester, I'm just a player who reports what I find, and a player who likes to look for bugs and trace bugs and figure stuff out. We have baskets and pits. Okay, so why are you guys there? You should not be there. You should be there. That means I'm going to rename this one to something else. You probably. What is laying around in camp, floating around? That's leather. I'm going to put leather there instead. What else is floating around? No, that's it, wasn't it? A stone is there. It has its own. A reed could do with being placed. It doesn't have to be inside, because we have fences now, so most of the animals will just not come when you have these fences. Put them there. There you go. You can have reed. And let's see. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Where's reed? Reed and fine sticks still triggers me, because I can't see a difference unless I see them both. If I see one and not the other, I can't tell you if it's sticks, fine sticks, or reed. So, 2, 4. Oh, now I know why I can't see those. Of course, because they are in the architect group. Because it's architecture, isn't it? Yeah, of course, makes sense. There you go. Right, what else? Yeah, we're going to talk about the red house. So red house means that they are really annoyed with you for having been so slow. Actually, they're annoyed with me. They're annoyed with me for having been so slow getting up housing for everyone. And if it's yellow, it means they're getting quite annoyed. When they're blue, they're not that bothered. And when you can't see a house at all, even though you know you don't have houses for everyone, it means they're not bothered by it yet. And that's basically it. If you go by the color, then hover over, you will see that, okay, blue, we're okay with it, with 80 people lacking housing. It's fine. You know, getting yellow, getting a bit annoyed, saying, hey, get up the houses now, it's getting late. And red is, now we're really ticked off, you know, get up houses right now. At least build fireplaces. Yeah, a bit hysterical. No, not hysterical. They have all the right to be angry with me. I've taken 7 years. Yeah, you can also see with regards to the changes to the housing, as long as you have access to better housing than the worst, they will let you know. But if you don't have access to better than what you have, they will never complain. So that's the difference. Yeah. There are also other questions. Some of them belongs to Neolithic. And someone asked, what is your most used material for building houses in Miso? In Miso, you mix. You literally mix. You mix between leather, stone, and straw. And later, when you come closer to the Neolithic, you easily use a lot more reed. But you're still migratory, you know, so you can easily abuse the locality as you see fit, and then just move on. I have made a video, it's outdated now by far, where I show how you can stay same locality without ever migrating in both hardcore and beginners. but it is outdated, and I really should have made a new one to show the changes. Oh, and they also have made some changes on testing server that has to do with the square in game menu. It is now much bigger, and there is a problem with it. The problem with it is basically that this square now is really big. It's like this, it's like super huge, but the highest up you can go in Norway is here. But you have to start all the way down here because the square goes up there and then it stops. You can't go further up. I wanted to have fun over here in the new rivers, but I can only get access to a part of this one all the way down here. So that's where I have to do my hardcore playthrough next. But I want to, in the end, crawl over here because this will be the hard part. And there is also changes to the orography and how mountains look, and the entire nature has changed, and I love it because we are drowning in various landscapes. You will not find a lot of flat anything, which is exactly as it should be. I love it, and I think you guys will love it too. It is not ideal for 400 plus tribes because you will have issues getting things perhaps as close as you want them. You need to spread out a bit because not everything can be built on, but I think on the whole everyone is going to like it because it looks so beautiful. Okay, we are 133, and I really don't want to be a lot higher going into the Neolithic. It is difficult to start with a very big tribe in the Neolithic timeline. So we are now 8-1. Oh, God, I don't even remember where we are. Are we in the Swiss Alps? Of course we are in the Swiss Alps. This doesn't look like this anymore. I don't know what's going to happen with this playthrough when 0.8 is released, because you guys are now the testing server, not the testing server, the pre-release server which we are playing on now is 1.8.4, while the one I'm testing is 1.8.8. So yeah, a lot of changes. I'm not going to build a lot of the better housing. I'm going to build more of the non super duper houses because I do not want my happiness to be too high. If it stays around 50, I'm okay, because then I have good control. This is one of the ways you can control your birth rate. You know, with migrants, it's no big deal at all because you just press I don't want you. You know, X, you're not invited. Well, births, you can't really do that. You need to adjust them via happiness. Why are you guys still? Oh, because do you not have a thingy for berries, Lily? You don't? No, you don't. Okay, let's get one then. Let's make one. You can go there. Just get everything into closed storages. Then you also have much less risk of getting animals breaking into your settlement and stealing your food. Because keep that in mind, the amount of animals, and specifically rats, that will come harass you are directly linked to how much food and stuff that they eat that you have out in the open. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure I've shown you guys the trick I use to not have animals come trampling through everything. It's simply that I put a storage cell in each compass direction, a bit away from the camp, where I place down herbivore food. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. Herbivore food and carnivore food. There you go. So the pelts, the carnivores will gnaw on, and the plant fiber, the herbivores will go for. Omnivores will go for both. Let's have a look at these. You have increase in stoneworking. It's quite a bit actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, 10%. That is quite a lot. And she doesn't have any bad grades. I don't care about that one. He has nothing, and he's not that great. He's not the smartest cookie, but he's a bit weak, so he will be quick to complain. She's completely fine, but she has nothing to contribute. And there's a child who's a little bit bob, bit slow. Nothing wrong with that. We have to take them because of her, because she is giving us 10% increase in stoneworking, and we can't say no to that. We just have to accept that. I'm going to put everything in stone also with the architecture group. There you go. Chop chop. Right, so we got new things that we can do. So the prey things have become a lot cheaper. You can see it only costs 250 stones to do that one. And it can take 5 people, and you get up to 50% appeasement for it. You can see it says prayer, and that's how much appeasement you get. But be very careful, because you can easily have all your gatherers standing there if people are super unhappy. So if they're not super unhappy, you will get away with having one of these, and yeah, people will be fine with it. They won't stand there forever and ever. Besides, if you only have it for one, that means only 5 people can do it at the same time. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to have some appeasement for them. But not too much, because you can't have them too happy, you know. You need to control the population. Do not go into the Neolithic and try to settle with like 200 people. It's chaos. It's utter chaos. It's much better to start in the small. Absolutely. Let me see, what other questions did I have? Blah blah blah. Yeah, why is the decay so high on fast? It is simply because otherwise you would never have decay, because you need to consider that one sleep is 1 month. I personally have asked for devs to reduce the decay a bit, because the decay is now directly linked with the weather and the temperatures. Do we have it here now? We do not. Where's the fish? Do we? No. It's not in the... Wait a minute, 5 months? It used to be flipping 10 or 12. What the heck, guys? Let me see. Honey used to be 60. Then it took it down to 36. And then it took it down... took it up again to 48, I think. So what the decay is controlled by is basically the temperature and the humidity. So when you see this, when you see there's low moisture and fairly cold, then your things will last a lot longer. Yeah. If it's high moisture and hot, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. You have nothing. No particular bad grade. You have nothing. You're also weak. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with having a fitness grade that is weak. This is a biological increase. This means that he's very big. So his fitness is increased by 11, but it is also reduced by 13. That means he has a -2 fitness. Take away 2 from his fitness, then you will see he is 98. Yeah. Because 13 minus 11 is 2. So he has 98 from his usual 100. So that's how that works. What do you have? You have a small increase in hunting. I'm not going to be hysterical about that at all. You also have increase in hunting, and that's it. And you have nothing. So I'm going to decline these, because I'm not hysterical with getting more people with more hunting. We do not need it. What we do need is to control our population. That's what we need. So now they are blue, and I don't want them to be blue. Let me see. Let's give them some of the new stuff. I'll give them one of these. You can have one. Wait a minute. Do we have material for it? We have 180. We're good. Yeah. Let's get them one. You can be there. There you go. Give you one of those. I'm gonna build some lower quality as well, so they get a bit annoyed with me. they already are now. Oh no, you twiddle. Oh no, it's just a calf. How can a calf do so much damage? See, this is one of the things that I kind of protest still a little bit. Not too loud, because I understand it is for gameplay. But you know, it's not logic that calves are running into stone walls. And not even get harmed themselves. Come on. That's not. The thing is, they don't do too much harm, you know. They just knock over a few stones. I can understand that, but in general, why would they just run straight into a fence? You know, nobody does that. But it has to do with gameplay. I get that. I get that. What's that lying in the open? Is that nuts? It is. Don't I have a thing for them? So this is what you get when you don't remember what you did last time. Because you play a gazillion tribes on the testing servers. I can hear flies. Oh. There's more belts. Okay. So, yeah. This is also something I do on hardcore to don't tell the devs, to lure the bigger animals to come to me so I can more easy hunt them, so that my hunters don't have to run all the way to Timbuktu to find prey. Because in hardcore we have very little prey in comparison. So in that sense, animal raid is easier for hardcore than it is for beginner, for example. Because beginner has like 75% more of absolutely everything, including animals. Meaning you will have more animals coming to you. Yeah, keep that in mind. But you know, you can choose to have animal rage on or off. You don't have to have it on. So if you don't like it, remove it. No big deal. If you want peaceful building, go for it. Niet problemos. There you go. But yeah, if you want to control how much animals are coming, get all the things that they can eat into closed storage. In Mesolithic, it's not that easy because you don't start with all the closed storage options that you need to protect everything. So you will have a bit bob in Meso, but you know, Meso was hard. So yeah, no sympathy. Well, a little sympathy, because I do get frustrated myself when I'm building a pelt hut and suddenly an Auroch comes and ruins everything. That is frustrating, I have to admit. But in hardcore, we are happy if we see an Auroch, absolutely. Then we go hunt. Then we have meat, yay! We live another week. No, it's more than a week. An Auroch is like, if you are a tribe of 10, it's like 10 days food or more. It's like, how much is a full? A big Auroch can be over 300 or closer to 400 units of meat. And one unit is roughly 1 day's full meal for an adult human. I'm just going to quickly go see if that's correct. No, it's a little bit less. Yeah. Our human needs between 2,000 and 2,200, depending age and condition. And they eat it divided on 2 meals per 24 hours. So 400 roughly means between 16 and 18, 20 days. food, 20 sleeps, roughly, plus minus a few, depending age and condition. So there's little stored food available. Actually, there isn't. I've asked them to change that a little bit as well. We have plenty of food available. We have many days worth of food. So for now, we don't need to do anything with the policies because the tribe is doing as they should. Everyone is working and we have everything we need. I just need to be better with placing down houses because that is completely on me and not with the game. So let's do a few of these miners so they're not super happy, because we don't want them to be super happy. You can easily tick them off a bit and get away with it because you don't want too many kids. But you know, there are ways to lower your population even if you have very high happiness grade. You chalk them out, too few people to go raiding. The only thing that is an issue there is that you cannot control who you're sending, because they will all be adults. There will be no elders and no children. So it will be your adults that you're sending, and you could also be really unlucky and some of the adults that are getting killed, because it will be a suicide mission if your agenda is to lower population. The issue is that you could lose skill levels in a knowledge, and that is something you cannot control really well. So it's a bit bob to do it, quite a bit bob to be honest. It could easily backfire and hit you in the face. Seriously, it could. So be really careful with taking that solution. What you could do, which is better actually, is to increase work hours and overwork your elders, because they will die from overwork. And only the elders will die from overwork, nobody else. So that is another way to go doing it. But in general, you don't need to use work hours or communal task balancing or rationing. Certainly the very least thing, the least used policy in beginners and normal has always been and should always be rationing. So there was this guy that did not understand the symbols, but you can see that is an empty bowl. It does not mean that they have full meals. Full meals is here. So if you go by the icon only, you will see that this is full meal, this is basically no meal, and this is roughly half. Yeah. Each notch on the slider is roughly 33% calorie less, because that's what this is. It is calorie reduction slider, reducing 33% for every 16%, sorry, it's 16 point something percent, and then you're reducing to 33, then you're reducing to 50%, then you're reducing to 66, 67, then you're reducing to something, and then it's 100% reduction. And that's how that one works. Yeah. So this does not mean full rationing. This means no rations for them. They are getting no rationing, no rations. They're getting full rationing, but no rations. Yes. You know, if they could make it any harder, they probably would. Rationing, no rationing. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Labor time, if you have everything down here, then you will find that only those between 17 and 49 will be working. That's all you need to know. Up here, you will have that the elders die until their fitness drop below 10, and no child will start working until they're 4 years old. There will be no child slavery. Well, a little bit child slavery. 4 or not, but still child slavery in my opinion. But there you go. Might to decide anything. Oh dear me. Right. What else is there? Let me see. I'm going to go over a few of the patch notes as well. Yeah, we got new rivers in Sweden and Finland. Unfortunately, Patch 8.8 will not allow you to reach the top one that goes through Finland, so there's not much point having it. And the devs say he will fix it, but it won't be today and it won't be tomorrow, it will be later in the future. So that's fine. You see the temple requirement? It's yellow. More people will want to have places to pray, but don't give them more. They have plenty enough as they are. And they can be a bit grumpy because that means they will have less kids. It's all good. I would like it to be above 50%, so I will give them more houses. But they won't be fantabulous houses, because you can see they're slowly but surely creeping up. And if I have to start neolithic with more than 200 people, I can't really show you how well it can go if you just have the right amount of people. Because the more people you have, the worse it will get. No kidding. So what else? They've also changed the size of the grave blueprint. It is now very narrow, and it's in my opinion, it's not precise enough. Can you see it's not precise enough the way they look? I personally need it more precise, or actually my OCD needs it more precise. What else have they done, David? Yeah, we've gone over the majority, I think. Yeah, so we have got a lot more openings to do clearing work. Normally that will be 1 or 2, depending on what there was to do. The max I have seen in testing is that you could put 32 people to clear an area, a building area, a building project area. That is the biggest amount of people I have seen. That does not go for clear task tools. It is only for what is being built. Yeah. Like the longhouse can take easily 32, depending on where you put it. If there's things to chop, things to crop, things to gather, things to move, cut, you will have 32 people streaming to do it. It's quite efficient. They did improve efficiency a lot with all these changes to speed. They had to, because the fastest speed was a little bit bob to play with and rather stressful. So they have increased the efficiency so you don't feel too much of the speed being very high. Let's see how these guys doing. Yeah, you're fine. I'm not gonna get you more than 3. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh. New. Ta-da. Can have 1 more or 2 more. Let's just get them up. Because we do lack a bit, don't we? And we have 3 people. 14 free people, yeah. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Let's have a look and see how the food is looking. It's looking good. You don't need to be unlimited. You guys can stay as you are. You guys are good. I'll increase this. And I'll increase this. Yeah, you others are. I can easily decrease this one, increase this one too as well. Because we're clearly getting more and more baskets. And they take 10 for each repair. And they need repairs. How often do they need repairs? I need to go check and have a look-see. They need repair every 18 months. So, yeah, 18 sleeps. That's what they can take. It feels so fast though, doesn't it? Everything feels really fast. Very pretty. Let me see, were there any other questions? Yeah, there's quite a few for Neo. I'll deal with them when we come to Neo. How does communal task work? Okay. Communal task is basically you deciding how many people are you allowing to not go do group tasks. And this is for communal tasks. So when you have it in the middle, you have that equally many goes to the groups as going to any communal tasks there might be. Yeah, and that's how that works. So if you put up the slider over here, then you will find that everyone will first try to go do all the communal chores in the tribe, and when there are none left for them to do, then they will go do the group chores. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing more mysterious. So when you have 3 up here, it means that everyone will go do communal chores before they do any other group chores. So if you have it here, it means that some will go do groups and some will go do communal chores. Nothing more mysterious, I promise. Another one also commented to me on the sleep spots, because they have reduced the sleep spots in basically everything. And you need a lot more houses now. Not a lot, but you do need more houses, meaning you will need more resources. But since game is fairly efficient now, you shouldn't feel that you can't reach around, because you can with the new speed. So that should not be an issue either. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these. She has no increase, but she has okay grades. She has increase in fishing and a little bit in leatherworking. I'm not bothered with those. That guy has increase in toolsmithing, but he has horrid grades. He has 4% increase. I don't care about that one. I don't care about that. I think I need to take these. I can live with all these. I can live with these. Because others can learn this skill to the level he is coming with. He doesn't have to be the one doing it, although he will be doing it. I'll take them. Oh, she has quite a high increase in weaving, doesn't she? 25. And we have 17. Yeah, I'll take those. Does anyone ever create set of baskets? No, I don't. I don't do pots, I don't do baskets, because they are, they're nice, of course, but they're asking for resources, which we need so desperately for anything else. The game is not relaxed enough for us to focus on beauty, at least not in hardcore and big tribes. Not gonna happen. It's just not enough resources to do that. Look at all the decay we have, but we can't avoid some decay. There will always be some decay, so don't stress too much about it in beginners. Let me see, how many free do we have? Well, we still have 3 people. What are we gonna do? What are you complaining about? Oh yeah, the reason why they're doing this is because of a small bug that is now fixed in testing. Everyone is going for the stone axes instead of the proper crop tools, which are better than the stone axes. Actually, no, the bone knives are not better. The axes are better than the bone knives, but when bifaces come, they will be equally good as stone axes. But with the next patch that comes in public, you will find that cropping has now again been removed from axes, because there's no need. Well, the need is always there. Wait a minute, let's see if he fell for my trap. He did. Look at that. Now he's going there. When you have fences like this, they won't go through your fence anyway. What I wanted was more the herbivores. Yeah, because they are closer then to the camp, so my hunters can reach them faster. That's a small tip to you guys, don't tell the devs. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, it takes a while longer from when you have access until you can actually get bifaces. But you will have a short amount of time after 10 kbc sometime, where you have no really good crop tool. After they remove cropping from the axe, because they will do that with the next public patch. Oh, look at that, he's chewing more. Yeah, you go have fun. You go have fun with the pelts. Little bubble bots have to eat as well. Oh, wait, is it the puppy with the wagging tail? Are you wagging your tail? I do like when they do that, especially the puppies. They're so adorable. I let them eat what they want. Yep, that's what I do. Not on hardcore though. Oh god, every scrap I need to save. I hope we die. Hardcore is way too hard. Well, I'm talking mostly about the region 1 up north, where there basically is no food. Region 2 is I don't know, it's not really hardcore as such. Well, that's not true. You do have the hardcore attitude of your people, but region 2 have so much food in comparison to region 1 and the lower part of region 3 that it is not, for me, it's not hardcore. For me, it's just normal play. If I want hardship and hardcore, I gotta go up north in region 1. How far are we from managing to make storehouses? Oh, I can't even see them. No, because we're only 7k, 7.8 thousand BC. No, 7.8 thousand, 7,800. You know, you cannot listen to, you need to understand what I mean, but you can't always listen to my words because I say it the wrong way. 7800 BC. So we won't have storehouses yet. I'm sure they had some kind of store thingies, but not the big ones that we want. Okay, so now how much are lacking? 52? No wonder they're pissed. I need to get some houses going. So what do I have? I have... I have loads of these. I'm just going to get them down. It doesn't look pretty, but the thing is, it doesn't have to be pretty because we're not going to stay here. We're just here to ravage the area, then we're basically moving on. Doesn't mean that we're just staying here for a year. We can stay here for like a decade and then move on. We'll stay until the food is gone. That's literally my rule of thumb. That's how kind of I do it. Let me see. I'm going to go over a few of the personals and see what else. Yeah, we are losing less people in raids than we normally do. There were times you can lose up to 8 people in raids. That was pretty insane. If you max out your raid group and put them to raid a big tribe, you could lose up to 8 people. And if you sent like a 4-man tribe, they were eradicated. But you know, you kind of ask for that if you send too few people. So yeah, but they took away so that you don't lose 8. And also, of course, it counts a lot what kind of weapon you have. You go with your toothpicks, yeah, that's like bringing knives to a gunfight. Let me see, he has nothing. I worry more about this trait, this red negative trait, than I worry about weakness. They tend to be so soon complaining. She has increase in fishing. I'm not bothered about that. She has 1% in architecture. Lip and neck. Oh, because I wanted to deny these. But anything in architecture I will take. Architecture is still so difficult to get up proper numbers. I'm going to give a few tasks to the tribe as well for housing. So you guys can do a few of these. Actually, you can do a ton of these. Oh no, the horse is going straight through my flipping fences. It's a foal! It's a foal! It is super adorable. Okay. You gotta go to your mama. You're too small to be alone. Go to your mama. Right, I was placing down these, weren't I? Let's just place down a few more. So if they just rotate a little bit, you won't have that any one of them are super duper unhappy, but you won't have that they are like super duper happy either, because the poorer quality housing will drag down their happiness. Yeah, so just golden rule of thumb: if you can't control, or if you have too many births, you can control it with giving them really bad accommodation up and down, or some good and some bad. I do that all the time. I rarely, if ever, have only the good types. The thing is, the best types all ask for straw in the Neolithic timeline. So unless you have wheat farms, you probably won't reach them all, because you don't go into Neolithic with 12 people. You just don't. You go in with between 40, 50 and 80-ish. The most normal, or the best amount to go in is small rather than large. Yeah, especially on fast, because you will spend a few years to get up all the housing that people will want. Yeah, granted you are playing beginner, so you will have quite a bit more leniency with regards to what the tribe will accept before they start protesting. Okay, so are we almost at 7k? I think we're going to migrate at 7k, because then we're going to have to start scavenging. Because I want to do scavenging before we land. You don't have to do this. This is just how I do it to have a really strong start. And this is something I do in hardcore all the time, to actually manage to land with a tribe that is bigger than 100 population. Otherwise it's pure hell. It's so bad. It's so hard to try to migrate with a huge hardcore tribe anywhere. Region 2, Region 1, Region 3. Everywhere is an absolute nightmare. And I have so many flipping failures trying to find a way to survive with my 400 plus hardcore tribes for each patch. So I just migrate with them to let the changes kick in the server. But I lose like half my tribe every time. I just cannot get enough housing up before they are pissed off and leaving. So that is extremely frustrating that the devs won't calm down on. Because I could do it on slow, because then we had 3 sleeps per month. But here we only have 1 sleep per month. Where are you? You're there? Yeah, good, good. My hunters will come get your ass. Although you're super good. Well, that's rather fast. Can you hear the music really fast now? But at least they're more in tune with each other compared to how they used to be. They used to be not in tune, like, at all. It was like they were playing 2 different tunes, 2 different rhythms. So that has been fixed. Yeah, that has been fixed. It's a lot better. A lot better. Yeah. What other questions do you have? Yeah, so, yeah, decay is not easy to balance. On fast, it's, yeah. But you can see, now we know that 1 sleep is 1 month, you know. So when it says that the maintenance interval is 13 months, that just literally means you sleep 13 times, then you will need to repair your housing. And you also need to keep in the camp the amount of materials you need, because the decay on projects is insane. I've asked the devs if we can please calm down on the decay on projects that are being built. So let's see if they actually will listen this time. But maybe if the public complain more, then maybe they will listen to it. Because it seems if it's just me, then it's a bit meh if they want to do it. Don't know why though, because I am the community. I am part of the community. I'm part of the player community. Am I not a player? Am I not a player? Right, so let's just see how that goes. It's especially annoying when you're building palisades and then night time comes and you have to stop building, and then you see that the rope disappears overnight. Every night the rope flipping disappears. It is super annoying. And also the logs, 1 log per night disappears. What are they thinking? Seriously. Ah, yeah, it can. Oh, oops! I need more graves. Let's do that. Where did I put them? Over here, over there, up here. What? Oh wait, are they inside? Really? Senile dementus. So senile. So senile. Okay, you guys can go here. Oh no, who did I give them to? I gave them to the architecture group. Let's not. Okay, so when you want to swap the assignment, you go back to tribe. You go to tribe page, go to click assign, and then get rid of the group affiliation. Now they're back in tribe control. And when you want it in a tribe, you highlight the tribe, you click the assign, and then you click what you want them to assign to do. Also note that when you click the assign, whatever is highlighted belongs to tribe. Whatever is not highlighted does not belong to tribe. So that means that these two and all these houses are not tribe responsibility. It means they are group responsibility. And we already know, oops, that was the wrong one. We already know that they belong to these. Ta-da! Now you see a white outline. Because they are taking care of all the houses. Yeah? So that was assigning. Where's the oon? There's the oon. So I was going to cover one more question as well. I need to go through them all and see. What do animals steal from the camp? Okay, so there's a difference between omnivores, carnivores, and herbivores. That guy should be out there. Excellent, let him eat. The difference is omnivores can eat everything that is animal matter. Carnivores will only eat animal matter. Remember that, they will not go for your straw or anything. They will go first for your animal matter, which can be the raw hides when they're still wet, for instance. They will go and chew on those because, yeah. And they will also go for your fish, for your dried fish, your dried meat, your wet fish, your raw meats. Omnivores will go for everything. Like wild boars are omnivores. They are true omnivores. They are not obligate omnivores. They can be both vegetarians and they can also be carnivores. They can eat everything. Wait a minute, where was that auroch? Did you just run through? It's a calf again. Why are you going through? Look at that, ruining everything he's running by. Are you joking? Are you absolutely serious? Was that the calf saying a wah? Wah! Did you hear that? Is that you saying wah? Like a human? You are cute though. God damn it. So omnivores, they will eat everything. Wild boars will eat everything, and so will rats. Be very, very wary of that. Rats will eat raw meat, dried meat, any meat. And herbivores, pure herbivores, they will only eat your straw and your fiber. They might nibble on your ropes. What else? And I think, yeah, that's it really. They might, no. So the thing with herbivores is that if they lack salt, they are no longer pure herbivores. Then they are opportune omnivores because they will need to get salt from somewhere. So if they have no stones to lick or specific things in nature, they will actually try to go suck on dead animals' bones to get salt. I have also seen a sheep kill a seagull to get to the bones or to salt because there was too little salt for them to eat on the field. There was no salt stone for them. All animals should have salt stones. So yeah, So that's how you know. You will know that if something is eating on your raw meat, you can know immediately that it won't be the wild horses, it won't be the aurochs, and it certainly won't be the deer. None of the herbivores will go for any of those types of foods. They will go for your plant food only. Yeah. So then that's that. Carnivores and rats. Yeah, the carnivores and omnivores will go for red meat as well. So I'll see if there's more questions. There was quite a few that I dealt with as well. Someone wanted to know if you have a pylon of something on the ground, will it block? You know, if you pay attention to when people walk without you having placed down any storages except open, you will see that they will easily walk over anything. I'll just take this one. What is this? Yes, nothing there, nothing there. No, I'll decline you. He had nothing specific that I wanted or needed, and he 37 male. Yeah, nah. Like you can see, they will not go through items, objects, but they can go through piles or heaps of stuff. Like, let me see, can you see here? They're walking, no, you can't see. They're walking straight through the fibers, and some of them are walking halfway through the fireplace. They shouldn't do that. That's a sort of clipping that we don't want. But we have 24 free people. Let's do something about it. Ooh, hello. How long have you guys been there? Let's get a lot of these. And these. You can stay on 12. You can go to 10. You can go to 10. And you can stay where you are. Right, just get people activated. You're okay spamming a little bit. It doesn't matter if you don't have limits on everything when it comes to the crafters, because as long as you are migratory, if you go low on an item or a produce or a fine raw store or a flint core that you need to continue your production, move on. Just move to the next area. Mesolithic timeline was a migratory and a semi-migratory timeline. Nobody stayed for thousands of years in the same place in Europe. You have to go to the Near East to find places where during the Mesolithic in our western part, they already had, agriculture several thousand years before us. We were running around with feathers in our hats while they were baking bread and having cheese on toast. Seriously. Okay, now I want cheese on toast. Oh, it's horrid. When you think about some food you like and you talk about it, and suddenly your brain is telling you, Lily, you need this food. You need it now or you will die a horrible death. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go make myself some toast afterwards. Toast with a bit of cheese. Oh, it's getting a bit late for me to eat, but there you go. So how much do we have now? We have, yeah, well, it's going down. We're going to have to fill out everything here, I think. Everything is going to be filled out. How much straw do we have? 30. How much? We have 261 of the reed. Yeah. Let's just do a mix. And let the tribe do some as well, and not only the builders. Tribe can easily cover some too, because we have plenty builders that have the architecture skills. So we can easily spread now and let those who have a lower grade of it also learn and skill up. And not only those 4 in the group. But of course they are going to get work as well. It's not like I'm not going to get them to be activated, because we do want more skills. So we are going to do, because we have 400 of the pine sticks. So we're going to place down pits for some of the foods. And we're going to let the same group do them all. can spread it a bit. It doesn't have to be all the same place. But people prefer to sit inside something and eat, and I get that. So they can come help themselves, and then they just go inside and eat. That's totally fine. Let's see. What is it that we have? Remember, only dry food types and seeds can go into the pits now. That has changed. Not sure I completely love it. You know, not sure I uber love it. But it is how it is now. Let me see. You can have those. You can have those. You see, we already have access to peas, which I don't mind in the slightest. These. More of those. And I think I'm going to take one more of the hazelnuts. And you. Actually, no, I already have plenty. Let's do mushies. Let's do mushies. But they are also kept activated to work more on their skills. So 7,700 BC. So we should start expecting to get migrants with Neolithic insight enough for us to start farming already between 5,000 and 5,500, maybe a little bit sooner. There is a certain randomness so that not everyone is starting their Neolithic adventure at the exact same time, because that's a bit bob. New leader. Yeah, I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to leave it as is. He's pretty old though, isn't he? No, he's not old, but he has this one. The only reason you are a leader is because of your bloody fitness. Quack. What do you call it? Quacksalva, we call them in Norwegian. I don't know what they're called in English. Just a quack, and then just call them quack. Gosh, it's the highest charisma we have, 142 with 106 fitness. We're not doing too great, guys. Not doing too great. Because he will, at a very early age, keep restricting policies and join the Neolithic, especially hardcore in Region 1. That is a very bad idea. That could kill your tribe if you don't have full control. But I'm going to show you what you can do then with something called banishing. Well, we're not going to do it now because we don't have to. I could if I want to. But he has 2 family members that will react. And we also need to see what kind of skills we will be losing. If we kick him, we'll be losing absolutely flip all, nothing. Okay, let's see what these guys have. Oh, he already has woodworking and stoneworking at age 15. He's got good grades, but he's got bad biology. But the rest is really good. Let's see her. She has no skills that we can use. She's roughly halfway on architecture. So just a small reminder to everyone, hang tight. I'll get to you guys later. The grey on the immigrants, on the members, show how much they have left to learn before they reach the max of tribe. So tribe max is 28, and she at the moment has 15. Yeah, so you can see the grey is what she's lacking. The blue is already what she have, that tribe already has. Let's see if any of these have, no. So none of these have any improvements, although none of them have any really bad grades. I am going to decline them. And then I'm going to go see, you better be where I think you are. Yes, you are. Look at them. These guys are going to be our bacon. Because now they are close and my hunters can just go straight here and hunt them instead of running after them like mad high up in the mountains somewhere. A small tip, just keep that in mind, guys. You guys can do exactly the same. Let's see. Yeah? Where are you going? Where are you thinking? Oh, you're going to the other part, aren't you? Well, it just means meat for us. That's basically it. So the discoveries, they used to be a little bit misleading because according to the way things should be, you will learn by yourself. You will have discoveries when you're working with a knowledge. That is when you can and often will have discoveries. So what we had at times was that people had discoveries without working on the skills, and that is a free ride. That's a free pass we didn't want. You could sometimes land your tribe, and the first night, before anything had been done, before people were in groups, before anything was placed down, before any work had been done, they could suddenly get an increase, a discovery of something. And that's a free pass we don't want and we don't need, and it doesn't really belong. It doesn't make sense. I don't have enough straw. Well, let's see if we can fix that. No. Dish. You guys are gonna go up to 500 as well and help out. Then I can go there. Yeah, go get some bacon, guys. 25. Are we getting there with the thoughts? We don't need all to be in that group to start with. Just let tribe do a few. So when the houses are telling you that they need maintenance, you can still use them for a while. But when they turn into a hammer, it means you've been too slow. And then nobody can use them until they're repaired. Yeah? Yeah, no dinky donkeys. So there are quite a few changes coming with the next public patch. I'm not sure everyone will love it, but it belongs to history. I'm specifically talking about the decay. That food will decay more in hot weather and wet weather, you know. That is logic. You will also have that in good weather for storing food. You will have that they last a lot longer. So it goes both ways. It's not like we're going to have a decay feast, you know, like everything is going to decay forever. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So don't worry about that. There will be ups and downs based on the weather. You will get used to it because it's the same as it is now. Imagine leaving out meat for 2 days when the sun is shining every day. Yeah, I didn't think so, Margaret. That's not going to be good, is it? That's not going to be good at all. Oh dear. Let's see. 32. Didn't I just have 25? Oh wait, they need to repair. Yeah, I knew that. Yes. I think that's it for this time. Trying to not go too much over an hour. So basically, when you have a fairly slow start in getting up enough houses, you could end up like me, forever building houses, but having such a high population growth that you can't keep up. So I guess it's time to chuck at people to do raids because they still get children. I do reject the majority of migrants, but I do also take quite a few that has skills. Even if it's only one person, you have to take the entire group. You know, you can't just pick one person and reject the others. You must take everyone. It's a bit bob. I wish it wasn't quite like that, but there you go. That's how it is. I need these to not be like that. Just get all the food in the closed storages. And they will last longer as well. Definitely. Definitely. Right, I think that's going to be it for this video. So I think we've gone over the majority of the patch notes already. But I do still have more questions that I need to answer to people. But the majority of them are, of course, going to be Neolithic, because Neolithic is the hard part to get right, not the Mesolithic. The Mesolithic is very survivable because you have a migratory lifestyle. You're not stuck anywhere, while in the Neolithic you have to make do. You know, when you've been in the same locality for 10, 20, 30 years, you have to make do with what you have, or you have to risk migrating with a fairly large tribe and lose half your tribe in the process. That can easily happen. Yeah, Meso is the holiday and Neo is the torture. Oh dear Lord, if we are over 200 when we land, we are going to have issues. Even in beginners, you will see that unless you focus on getting up houses first and graves, you will have issues. You have to wait with the big farms. You just put down a few patches just to make sure you get seeds for next round, and then we just have to throw ourselves over the housing. That's all we can do. That's literally all we can do. Yeah, so next time I'm going to truncate a bit more. I know you guys maybe want to see everything I do, but I didn't truncate anything in this video. You can see that it can be tedious to just watch, you know, and watch and wait. It can be quite tedious in the migratory lifestyle. So I think I might truncate a little bit more so we reach the Neolithic before all 10 videos are used up. I know, because I said to myself, I'm going to make everything in 10 videos. I'm not sure I can do that. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, there's always something that I need to talk about. There's always something I need to tell you guys, you know, this or that. So yeah, but more next time. Could be a week, could be 2 weeks, depending on how busy I am. I think within a week is more likely. I've done most of my work for the rest of the month, actually. So I might have some free time, which I don't mind at all, because then I can get stuff done in the garden. Need to make it ready for winter. Right, so until next time, guys, have fun and take care.